Howdy y'all, happy Sunday. I'm coming to you on Sunday instead of Monday this week because this upcoming week is dead week in school, so I won't be stitching as much, and I also don't know if I want to take the time tomorrow to stitch this because I have a few bigger things due tomorrow that I still want to make a video for this past week because I've stitched a lot and I don't want to combine 2 weeks of stitchy progress together. Plus I really enjoy making these videos. Makes my day a little bit brighter. I'm going to take my glasses off because there's a huge glare. Sorry about that. So yeah, I will go ahead and show you my progress. Yesterday was the April 24 hours of cross stitch. I did participate in that, and I had made a vlog style video, but it ended up being like 30 minutes long, and I was like, I don't know if I want to put that up, it's just really long, and it got really rambly as I got a little bit more tired as the day went on. So I discarded that video, and instead of doing this, instead of spending the time editing that, I'm just going to make a new video, and boom. So I'll show you my progress for Rapunzel. I put in, I spent three different challenges. I did stitch on her and got 250 stitches in her hair and did that for the Enchanted Stitching Challenge. I used this for representing a car, and then I stitched the back stitch of the gown, which you can see best down there, for Magical Stitches for the 100 stitches in the color purple. I did 200 and like 3-ish stitches of back stitch. Took me about 2 hours to back stitch all that. And then during Aladdin, I finished all the back stitch on her sleeve, her hair, which I really like how it turned out. And then I put in all the beads. So the only thing that is left is some work right here that is going to be gold. I haven't done that yet because it's got some DMC light effects, and I've heard that stuff is not the easiest to stitch with. So I'm going to wait and just go ahead and do, because it comes over into this page, so I'm just going to bring it over to this page once I have that stitched up. But yeah, that is actually a whole page finish, except for that little bit of yellow. So let me fold her sides in and bring her a little bit closer so that you can see more detail. The page started here and goes all the way down. The next page actually is quite a bit more skin and then not as much dress. And I am doing the skin 1/1 because apparently I am a sadist. A masochist. I'm a masochist. Because there's a lot of skin on her. So I will go ahead and work on this page over here. Yeah, and I'm actually really liking how that hair turned out. I like how it looks. The more I stitch on it, the more I realize that the red back stitching looks good with the background, but I'm not sure I love it without the background, which leads me to either think, oh, maybe I should stitch the background, or I just take out the red on that sleeve, because I think everything else looks fine. Like the red back stitching for the hair, I think personally looks okay, but I might just switch and do it in this darker shade of back stitch up here. I think that's what's going to end up happening, so I'm probably going to take out all of this and then make it that darker, because I don't know that I like how it looks. I mean, it looks okay with the background, but it doesn't look the best without it, in my personal opinion. Maybe if I stitch it up more. And I mean, it looks okay from far away, but it just looks kind of strange up close, and, you know, cross stitches kind of forever, so if I don't like it, yeah, I'm liking how it looks. It looks pretty cool. I'm in love with this pattern. I like stitching it. It goes really fast. So yeah, that is my Muka Disney Rapunzel on 32 count linen, just from Joann's. Not the best quality linen. I know that because I also have Belle, which I will be stitching for my mom. So I want to do that for her 25th wedding anniversary, which is in 6 years, which gives me 2 more years to finish this up, and then 4 years to finish that for her. I don't think I'm going to need it. I think I can probably finish I mean, that was 3 pages out of a 9-page design, and I've done it in 6 months, so I should have this done in another year if I keep it up. But that next page with all that skin stitching is going to take me a little while. I think I'll just figure out and just sit down and stitch in a pattern. So, and there's a prompt in Enchanted Stitching this week that is pick a piece, like stitch 400 stitches in a piece that you would like to be exiled with, and I think I'm going to do it on this piece, and then it's like 100 stitches in your favorite color, so I might do the purple or the yellow. I like a lot of colors, so I don't know if I really technically have a favorite color. So, and then we have my Hade that I worked on this week. It is, this marks 1 week of working on this, and I've had a page finished. Of course, it is that itty bitty page, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It is Once Upon a Fairy Tale by Amy Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Yeah, here it is. So, this is the very bottom right page. I always have to picture in my head, but bottom left on the screen, of course, because it's all flipped. But, so then this is the first person, and then here is this little parrot. I'm going to put my glasses back on to make sure that it's, to see how it's showing up on camera. It's a very dreary day here in Kentucky. It's supposed to rain pretty much all week, which is, it's okay. I like rainy weather in the spring when it's still kind of warm and it's still lighter. I think it's brighter in the spring than it is in the winter when it rains, but that also might just be me. Yeah, that looks good on camera. So this is I'm in the middle. I'll tell you a story in a second. Here is a parrot with his boy, and then over here, and I think I'm going to get to it on this page, is going to be a mermaid. And then here is a little stand with some bananas on it, and yeah, so I got a really bad slog with this piece during the week, last week. I had started doing a modified cross country within the page about 3 rows in. I have decided cross country is not for me. I tried it. I gave it a good go. No. Maybe when it gets into more like blocks of color, maybe, but I don't think there's going to be a lot of like blocks of color in this piece. But it just got really stressful because I would get to a part where there is just 50 different colors in one little 100 square, and I would have to try to, you know, with the pattern, I try to count over here and then get in the right box, but then I'd be like, oh no, wait, what? And then I'd miss a stitch, and it's just not good. So I've gone back to the 10 by 10 for right now, because that settles me a lot more, especially with all this water and humans on Heaven and Earth Designs and these Amy Stewart patterns that are pretty small. They're actually really pixelated when you look at them up close, like super up close, face to face with it. That doesn't even really look like a human being. But of course, when you like get a little bit far away from it, let me see if I can show you. I mean, even on camera, it looks okay, but in real life, super pixelated. I am doing the regular size, regular color, so maybe if I would have done like super sized max colors, it would look more. And I think, like, yeah, but also I don't know if, you know, it's going to be hanging on a wall, and I'd be very, very like skeptical that anyone's ever gonna like press their face up to the glass. But yeah, I mean, from a distance, it looks great. It looks perfect. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. I'm really liking how that looks. So I'm going to finish out this page. I think I have like 5 more rows on this page to do, and then I'm going to switch back over to my heroes and heroines, I think, unless I just want to keep going on this piece. And I think what I'm going to let myself do is I'm going to just let myself keep stitching until I get burnt out on a piece. Until I get super, super burnt out, I will, once I hit the burnout phase, I will finish the page out, or because I don't want to end up, because I'm working off a PDF, so I don't want to leave something halfway done and then get back to it in a week or 2 or 3 or a month, even if I'm super burnt out on it, and not know where I am. So I'm just going to go through, finish the page, And I mean, especially if I'm doing a page a week-ish right now, like that's crazy. And I also do want to go back to my other one because even though what I'm about to stitch on my heroes and heroines, I wish I had brought the pattern out. It is a part that is all greenery. It is finishing a tree and it's 2 books. So there are fewer colors, but I have realized that I do not like the type of greens in that pattern. They're kind of like dull and they're kind of like army and dusty browny greens. Not my favorite colors at all. Actually, some of my least favorite, even though green is my favorite color. It's more like the blue, green, bright greens that are my favorite colors, which is what are more in this piece. So yeah, I really do enjoy that pattern. I like it because the people are bigger right now. So like when they stitch up, they look even close to the face. They look more like people because they're bigger. Which I think is why like these smaller people being more pixelated will look fine once there's more to look at. You know, you won't be targeting that one. But yeah, I only worked on 2 whips this week. Pretty proud with that. I am not at all feeling that realist kit I started, which is kind of sad because I like the picture and I like half stitches, but it's just hurting my hands. And I think it's because my hands are super dry because I've been washing them so much. They're super dry. And I've been putting lotion on my hands, but you know, it takes a while to get your skin back to being soft. And I think that the acrylic yarn that you use in that piece is just not it for me right now. So I'm not doing that. I have been doing a little bit of knitting. My mother, like I've said before, she works in the healthcare industry, so she has to wear a mask all day. She watches heart monitors. That's her job, is she watches for arrhythmias or any fatal things or anything different. So she has to wear a mask all day. So she isn't really ever going to be, hopefully, in contact. She is a certified nurse technician, so if things get super bad, she might end up getting called back to doing that, which is kind of scary for us because then she will definitely, because she's been working for a while, so they most likely would put her with people that need the most help. But right now she's working, it's sort of kind of like an office job, but it's still like in the healthcare industry and everything. But they have to wear a mask all day, and she has got these huge blisters behind her ears because they have to wear a mask for 12 hours at a time. So I have been knitting little ear savers. You can get a pattern on it on Pinterest. And if you know how to knit and you don't necessarily know how to sew, like me, I'm not a very good sewer. If you have the time, I would definitely suggest just looking up ear saver pattern on Pinterest. They only take 30 minutes to make. All you need is acrylic yarn and then the 8-point needles. I think it's 8-point. And it is super easy. I'm not the best knitter, but it's still, it doesn't matter really how they look. It's really more about and I've already given them all to my mom. I wish I had kept a few to show you. But I think that's it for this week. I did some knitting, knit about 10 of those, and then I worked on my Rapunzel and my Hade. So yeah, I think that's about it. Oh wait, I have kept a track of how much I had stitched on each. I had put in 2,072 stitches on my Heaven and Earth design, and then 461 stitches in Rapunzel. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about that. Yeah. So I am almost done with all of my extra credit for both stitching groups. I think I just need to go back and fill everything in because April is over on Thursday. Or is it Wednesday? Midweek this week. So I will be getting new extra credit and new monthly challenges, which is exciting for me. And also, I only have school for like 3 days in May. So I have this week of school, which I have Monday through Thursday, because I don't have any classes that actually like meet on Friday. I might have a meeting on Friday. I'll have to see if that actually works out and turns out. And then I have a portfolio due next Friday, which is the last day of school. I have a paper due next Friday, which hopefully we will have turned in before Friday because I want to be done with school Friday morning. Like, I don't want to deal with it afternoon on Friday. No, not for me. My portfolio is already done. I just need to format it and turn it in. And then I have a big-ish Russian project due tomorrow that I need to sit down and edit and then write another few sentences in. And then I have my econ final and my anthropology final, and I think that's it. I have an anthropology lab that I think I'm going to do either tonight or tomorrow at some point. Not due until this Friday, but I like getting those things out and done as early as possible. Yeah, I think that's it. But it is kind of crazy that my freshman year of college will be done on next Friday. And yeah, it's really strange. And if you all don't care about this, thank you for coming. Thanks for looking at my stitching. It's so much fun to share with you all. And this is going to be quarantine talk, so if you don't want to hear about that, click off. I totally understand. But as a student actually going through college right now, it is so strange to do classes, because I never realized how much time I spent walking to class, how much time I spent sitting and waiting for lecture to start, how much time was spent just walking to and from classes. And now it's like, boom, I'm here, I'm done. I don't have to get up I don't have to log onto my computer until 9:57, be in at class at 10, and then my day is done at 10:50. Maybe I do an hour or two of homework later, but, I am personally lucky that none of my teachers have been giving me a whole bunch of extra work. And that's what the professors have said to, like, the higher-ups, the deans in the colleges are saying, don't just give them extra work. Like, don't do that. Like, just don't. So none of my teachers, I'm very lucky. Some professors are giving extra work because they are of the opinion that, oh, you don't have to do anything except for just do schoolwork, which is not true. I mean, I personally am doing a lot of, like, prereqs this semester. I only have 2 classes that aren't prereqs, and prereqs in my college are super easy. So, I just have a few more things and then my semester's over. Like, this would be so much more stressful if I actually had to go to class, because if I actually had to, like, go to class, the paper that's due next Friday would have actually been a presentation, and it would have been due tomorrow, Wednesday, and Friday, because we would actually present them in class. I think it's Monday, Wednesday. Oh, please don't stand. Bro, get off my computer, please. Hey. Alright, I'm gonna end this because my cat's standing on my computer and I don't want him to mess stuff up. Anyways, school's so strange right now. Life is strange. I'm gonna say bye because I think my cat just messed with my computer. Okay, I'm all frazzled now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming to see my stitching. Thanks for listening to me ramble. Hope you have a happy stitching week, and I hope that as April ends and goes into May, I hope, it gets a little warmer wherever you are, or colder if you're in the southern hemisphere. And I hope everything goes great, and hope you stay healthy and stay at home. Bye, y'all.